Good evening, everyone. This is Minister P. I'm leaving the women's correctional. You probably can't really see me, but the women's correctional prison. We had a beautiful Bible study. This is a wonderful place. I've been to a lot of prisons, and this is the first prison that I've seen where the inmates are treated with dignity and respect. That's the biggest thing that I like, because and I told them, hey, it's almost like you're at a yacht club compared to some of the prisons, and they realize that and they appreciate that. Also, they give a lot of social work support when these women come out. A lot of these women have been a lot of timers, and I'm hoping that with the Bible studies and the support groups that I have with them, that this will help them stay straight. But it's very hard because some of them came in for addiction problems and whatnot. And as we know, the thing is, a lot of times people, they're okay once they're incarcerated or kind of kept away, because you know they go through a detox or whatever you're gonna say. But what concerns me, and just having prayer and guidance with them, is that when they get out, that's when the devil is so on their tail, and they realize that he's gonna want them to fail, and he's going to want them not to make it. I wish more ministers would actually do prison ministry. The thing is about me and Let's Pray, I go to the people and help the people that are in distress and crisis. I don't sit there and wait for them to have the crisis. I get into the meat of the crisis and hope to find a device to help them sacrifice through the device and grow through it. Grow through what they go through. I'm out here late. My hours are like from 5 to sometimes 10 or 11 o'clock at night doing my ministry. And I know God looks over me a lot because I'm the preacher in the streets. People call me preach. They call me Minister P. But unfortunately, there's so many people, and right now I'm working up revenue to be able to feed the hungry, get blankets and jackets. If you want to donate, hey, inbox me, please, and let me know. You can mail it to my address or whatever is needed. You don't have to donate money. You can donate items, shoes, whatever. It'd be well appreciated. I have a drop-off location that you can drop off things, so please reach out. You're probably getting rid of those old clothes and getting rid of those old toys. Yeah, there's a lot of kids out here in the street that people don't even know about. A lot of juveniles that are homeless and don't have any shoes, socks, or a lot of things going on. And I'll be working with actually the juveniles as well, and I'm hoping that these inmates, as we have support, because I'm not going to just follow them here. I'm going to follow them when they come out. I want them to stay straight. And a lot of times they don't have that support group. It's almost like, or they have the groups that got them in trouble to return to. And I was appreciative that one of the inmates, she's going to get out probably before I do service again. And she was hoping she would see me, but I said, oh no, you stay in contact with me. And I gave her a way to contact me. No, I didn't give her my address. That's not good, but I don't want to have them lose faith. And when you're a minister, you turn around and get in the grind and the dirt with them, and you help give them a lifeline to pull out. That's what God wants you to do. We've been through a lot, all of us in life. Some of us have been blessed not to be jacked up to go to correctional institutes, but we've been dependent upon things. Maybe we've just been fortunate not to get in trouble. But the thing is about these ladies, they're counting their blessings and how much they appreciate them. Some of the mothers actually letting go of their children because their children would be better off with someone that was more stable. Yet their children wait for their parents to get out. And I want these parents to stay straight. I do men ministry as well as women ministry. These are the people when God told me to find his lost sheep, the sheep that have been pushed away and forgotten. They might have gone to church, religiously, and they might have got with that wrong person and got jacked up. Because a lot of our women get with that wrong person because that love Jones is so deep. They even got a program, I forgot what it's called, but they have a program where these women actually get with the wrong man and they wind up killing or going down or all kind of things, or guilt by association. I mean, there's women that make men go bad. The thing is, a lot of these people get in trouble because they have nowhere to turn to and no one that cares about them. And ministers, I'm asking you, just like Jesus Christ did. And if you need some help to have guidance of how to go about it, just take an hour out of your schedule and get out in the street like Jesus walked Mother Earth. Get out there. Get to know your people. The earth is church. Mother Earth is the church. And a lot of times people going through things, I know some people come and do confession and then the next day they're going back through it. But if you can actually sit there and get in the war zone with them and help them represent and find a way to get out and get out of the situation, repent from the situation, and to go on further, because there's a whole lot of disciples out there that have gone through so much in life. That's why they became disciples. Some of you ministers have hit rock bottom and gone through. Y'all, I know y'all got some stories. I know y'all got some stories. Some of you probably even been in jail. But that's what helped you find your calling and your faith to turn around and help other people make it through the pain, the rain, and the sorrows. The thing is, a lot comes all the way from the childhood, and that's one thing I've discussed at a couple of my Bible studies with these ladies, is that, they're saying, hey, I'll get out, and the thing is, but one woman admit, I probably go back to the same thing. I said, by you sitting up there recognizing that you have a problem, that's the first step to healing, because some of them don't think they got problems, and they come back and they were telling me how some people that came back and they've been there for so many years and this, that, and the other. And I want to say prayer out to the families that stay in touch and give support system. I know it's hard for you. You're trying to sit there and handle your finances and your bills and your problems, but you're still there for the people that are incarcerated. God bless you. You let them know they're not forgotten, that you still have hope and faith in them. But they're trying to get hope and faith themselves. And some of them come, I'm going to be honest, to Bible study to get those points and get those hours. But all of them said that they left with something more than they thought. They said, I'm going to come out really. And some of them went past the door. What is this? I said, Bible study. They're like, no. I'm like, why don't you come in and see? You just might like it. They're asking me when I'm coming back. They want to make sure that they're at my Bible study. And I don't do anything. First of all, a lot of them just need you to listen and be able to vent and then help them find a solution to the problem. And we find the solution to the problem through the Bible. The Bible is a reference book for so many situations nowadays. I mean, the Bible repeats itself over and over again in situations that people have been through and are going through and that are going to go through. These ladies are willing to help me as I build my support group, to help these young people that think, hey, it's cool to go to jail. Hey, I'm down for it. Hey, I want to run in gangs. They are willing and I said, you can be a disciple too of the Lord, because once you find God is with you. And the one woman testified today that she found God, and God keeps putting things in her way because she really didn't have much of a life or that support, and he's supporting her. He's going to make sure she has housing when she comes out. That's why I said this This is a correction center non-belief, and I hope that they are funded over and over again. I put down my location, and any government that funds this place, y'all did a good thing, because I'm gonna tell you, these women appreciate it and they're learning from it. The chaplain himself called out for us to come in and ask for volunteers. Yes, you got to go through classes. I'm letting you know, you got to go through classes. You got to learn the facts to what not to do and what to do. But the biggest thing is just be real and be you. And I'm telling you, you ministers, you ministers that are now, that was pimps, drug addicts, slangers, abusers, all kind of things, men and women. That's why you found God. A lot of you found God while you were in church, and you're the preacher and the teacher today, giving people knowledge and giving testimonies, because the best person to give wisdom about God is somebody that's been through it. That's the best person to say, I'm a witness that God saw me through the pain, the rain, the devastation. I'm a witness to it. I can testify to it. People want to hear stories of how God prevailed. I mean, you pray all the time, and sometimes you don't think he answers. But to actually hear stories where they came down from the ground and came up, sitting up there finding God and staying with them, and there's nothing but God, I'm going to tell you, that's going to help these lost children that people don't even want to sit there and understand that they're there. They don't even want to acknowledge that they exist. Oh, well, they must have went to jail for something. That's a wrap. And I know some ministers go to jail because the families asked them to go to the jail. I want you to start just giving. If you can't do it once a month, try to do it every other month. Just giving some of your time, because that's where your blessings are going to come from. Giving your time for the people that are going through crisis, whether they're in the streets, whether they're in jail, whether they're in a hospital, whether they're in a nursing home. Give your time, because I'm trying to tell you, preachers, it's not about being in your temple that makes you a preacher, that makes you a prophet, that makes you a follower of God, that makes you the person to help find salvation through your word and what you talk about God. If you can't give example how you help people in crisis and how you down with people when they're down on the ground, don't sit up at that pulpit and act like you can't be touched. Because in a moment notice, you could be driving down the street, or some of y'all taking that extra liquor or whatever y'all do, driving down the street, or have somebody in your car that say, hey, let me stop here and pick up something and rob somebody, or rob the store. You are just a blink of an eye from being in prison. Those that haven't got caught, and those that may never get caught, and those that say, hey, well, I made it through, and shoot, they got to find their way through, and I found. You're the one that need to testify and be there and help them get through it. I mean, I've been watching a lot of the people that do prison ministries are ex-inmates. And they respect that, because they say, you know where I'm coming from. You know the pain is in my brain. You know that I might go right back out there and do the same. Tell me how to survive out here in this world, because as soon as they get out, the devil going to be waiting there knocking at the door. The devil calling them inside the place, saying, when you get out, we're going to have a big party. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It ain't cool to be a fool. It ain't cool to be misused. It's not cool to be used by anybody that's not sitting up there saying, I'm trying to help you find your way of hope, faith, and prosperity, and love, and understanding. A lot of these people don't even know what love is. They just don't. They don't. And it's up to us to teach them.